let's get into this segment.
Yeah, now when we talk about baked pasta, I think the most important sauce that everyone should know how to do is a bechamel. And so we need 1 liter of milk. Okay, we got some milk here. Nutmeg, a pinch of nutmeg, pinch of salt and pepper. Okay, now this milk we're going to put it on the heat. We're going to let it warm up, okay, just before the boil, okay? Now, for 1 liter of milk, you need 60 grams of butter and 60 grams of flour. Now,
salted butter or unsalted, Michele?
It's up to you. You can use a salted one. Okay, so the milk is hot, okay? This is the roux, what it looks like when it's cooked. You can cook it a little bit longer, but this is the consistency, okay? Now, when you do this sauce, could be some lumps in it, so make sure there's always someone else whisking it so you can blame someone else. Okay, so you put the... Okay?
This sort of action, Michele? Or do it like so?
Now, once upon a time they used to say only one way, but doesn't make any difference. So you just do it like this, you just whisk it. You can put it all at once, you don't have to worry. Think positive, you get there, okay? Now, use the whisk at the start and then you see, with the wooden spoon, okay?
It's coming together already, Michele. Yeah. You can see
so we get Caterina to finish the job here. We just boil it. You see it's thick already. When you boil it for a few minutes to cook the flour, and the sauce is done, okay?
There are no lumps, Michele.
Unbelievable,
I guess it was my original work there, wasn't it?
Must be.
Fantastic. So we're going to use this as the base for what, Michele, tonight?
Lasagna. Now, to do a lasagna, you remember we've gone through this when we did the pasta at the first, I think the first 2 times we did pasta. First of all, I think you should actually make sure that your pasta, when you cook it, boiling water, I'm going to show you now, I'm going to put it in boiling water, okay?
Is this what we call blanching?
Yeah.
Or boiling? Can you just...
No, you have to blanch the pasta.
Okay.
That's it, blanching the pasta in
so
boiling
boiling
water.
doesn't mean let it sit there and bubble up, it means put it in and then you take it out fairly quickly. Now, Michele, let's start with the assembly of this lasagna.
Okay, now, of course, for the lasagna, we need the bechamel sauce and the bolognese. The bolognese, we did it last week, okay? Now, I was going to show, can you see here the bechamel start to get a little bit thick, okay? Now, my suggestion is this. What you do, you add some warm milk, but also, you see, it doesn't get lumps. If you do it properly, just melts it down.
You're sure there are no tricks, Michele?
No. But I want to tell you something else too. What do you do if you have to use the bechamel straight away, that you can't wait? What do you do? Add, as soon as you finish your bechamel, add, let's say, a cup of cold milk. That will stop the cooking. Change pot, put it directly into something else, so that will stop the cooking straight away.
And get the skin around it as well, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
So that's very easy. Now, we go here, the pasta. I told you exactly how to do it. That's a white pasta that we got here, okay? Now we start off, this is just a normal baking tray, okay? Some butter underneath. Okay, that's how you start with a little bit of bechamel, okay? Then, now what I suggest, one thing that we probably not many people do is this. Now, let's say you want to start this way, always make sure that you got a piece hanging out like this, okay? Over the edges, okay? Then you do another one like this.
You've got a good trick to show our viewers, haven't you, tonight, Michele? I've seen you doing this before. This is really clever.
That's I think it's very important. Now, one of the other things that you have to know as well is that you should never put 2 pieces of pasta stuck together without a little bit of sauce. Now, no, wait 1 second. You just dip your pasta there for a sec, okay? You got a bit of sauce, and then, okay? You see, it doesn't stick. So even if it looks like a stick, but it doesn't. Actually, really, really dry. Okay, so you see, you got a little bit of bechamel there. So never add 2 pieces of pasta together because by the time they cook, it's going to be really, really hard. Okay, so what you did, that's what we did. Okay, now.
What is the purpose of doing this, Michele?
We'll tell them in 5 minutes. Okay, at the end when they see what's happening. No, it's very important. The sauce won't go out. It will keep it together. It will be much easier to serve your lasagna, okay?
And this is the traditional bolognese that we did on the previous program, Michele?
Yep. Add a little bit of bechamel. Usually in the South, they're not really big on bechamel, and they won't use bechamel on the lasagna, okay? So it's up to you. You can even put inside also some pan-fried mushrooms, some ham as well.
What do
some
they use in the
bocconcini.
south though to give it the, or they don't attain that creamy texture?
That's
No?
it, just with normal.
What
some
about the eggs? They
mozzarella.
often use eggs, don't they?
Yeah, like a frittata, carab,
Yes, yes.
yeah. And
Lovely.
now, so what we do, we just spread it out like this, okay?
Oh, so it all kind of mixes in together.
Unfortunately, the Italians have to give up on the bechamel. That's a French recipe, unfortunately. Now, another thing that I'll say, at this stage, always remember, Parmesan.
Una manciata di parmigiano.
And I've got big hands, okay? What we have to finish with, very important, we finish with some Parmesan.
Yes.
And just a little bit of butter on top. If you want to finish with that, just a little pieces of butter, and that can go in the oven, or even a little drizzle of olive oil. I found that works really good as well.
Michele, what's the cooking time and what heat should we have our oven at?
Sometimes you forget that at home the equipment is not the same. Put a foil on your lasagna, because otherwise the oven at home they're not really strong enough, and you think it's cooked, but it's not. It's still a little bit cold inside. So put your foil in, give him 10-15 minutes with the foil, and then take the foil out and give another 5-10 minutes, even, and then check, because I said it's very hard to say time if you don't know what you're working with.